Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Chasing Optimum. Hey Jackson,
Hello.
you're fighting fit, good, your legs better,
Yep.
pretty much.
Feeling very good.
Yeah, been training at the gym again.
Yep. 3 weeks. Oh, about a month now. I've been back, so I'm feeling strong and
Nice.
motivated and good, yeah.
Very good. Good to have you back. So today I want to talk about this guy, Masaru Emoto. I hope I pronounced that right. He's a Japanese doctor. He did this water experiment. This has a few layers to it, today's episode, but let's start here. So what he did, and this might be mostly accurate, but what he did is he got jars of water and he put them on a shelf, and he used to speak words to them. And every day he would speak certain words to them. And you might be able to pull the pictures up. For people who are listening, the pictures are of no use. But so just on here, you've got compassion. So he'd say like compassion, compassion, compassion to the jar of water. And what does that look like?
A snowflake.
A snowflake. That's probably the prettiest one out of all of them.
Yeah.
Thank you looks like a piece of jewelry. Looks pretty.
Yeah, very nice.
Wisdom, it's got like a hole in the middle with like snowflakes around it. It's a good one too. And then look underneath. Heavy metal music looks like mud. Yeah, it literally looks like mud. I will kill you looks like messy mud.
Like a horror movie
Brown.
sound sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, horror movie, like brown. So the heavy metal music is like a grey, sort of lifeless thing. I will kill you is like, it's like brown mud, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You fool. What does that look like?
Death.
Death.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like sort of death. Like that's a good word.
Like a
Death.
skull.
Water, before and after a Buddhist touch it, sort of looks in the middle. And then we're just going to do a couple of other ones. All right. So the song Imagine by John Lennon, I used to cry to that song a little bit. It used to make me sort of tear up. Look at that one. That's pretty as. So you imagine,
This one.
John Lennon, you might not know the song.
Imagine
All the people.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, that one. So that one's pretty, really pretty. And look at the one at the prayer down the bottom. Prayer looks like, they all look like a version of snowflakes, just some bit different than other. And peace looks like glowing, amazing. So why this is important is because our body is water. A lot of it. Yeah. I don't know how much of it
It's like 70% or something.
I don't know. I'm not a scientist. bit wary after the Paul Check video, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But our body is mainly water. However, this says more to me than that. Like this says, so we're all made up of something. So energy, water, oxygen, whatever else there is, carbon, all those things, but frequency. So think to yourself, what makes the shape of those things? It's the water reacting to something. So it's the crystals in the water or the particles in the water forming into these crystals. And it's the frequency of what you're saying.
Because it's like when you see on the sand how they play those certain RPMs and it makes different patterns sort of thing. It would be similar to that, you think?
Yeah. And the thing I've learnt with frequency is it's a subtle thing. It's not a boom, your world changes. Like every day, I didn't last night. I was too tired. I had a hot bath instead. But every day I sit in the sauna and listen to high vibrational music. And the high vibrational music is, I'll just give you an example. This is one for the pineal gland. It sounds like this. Like that. It's a bit boring.
Makes it feel nice though.
Makes you feel nice. But I sit in the sauna and put that on and listen to that. Sometimes I drive around just listening to it. And I was actually listening to something somewhere along the line, and they said high vibrational music can cure illness. Yeah. So I don't know if that's true or not. But it makes sense looking at this it makes sense. I mean, just take a look at the heavy metal music. Imagine you drove around all day listening to heavy metal music. That's what your body's going to respond like. So what's in the jar, just the water, is us. And think about your blood. So your blood is this fluid running around your body. They call it the river of life. That's why you can do a blood test and pretty much tell exactly where your body is up to, health-wise, functionality, performance, and you can read it forward just by a blood test. That's why they're so important. And your blood is no different than the water in this jar sitting there, and you're thinking continual thoughts to yourself, even if you're not saying anything. And you're replaying stories in your head. You're replaying what's happened this morning.
All the time.
With you and Liv. You know, like, Tara annoys me every now and then. And you can either walk forward and keep that going, or you can sort of go, she might just be a bit off today, or I might have annoyed her. You know, and it's easy to do. And, you know, the funny thing is you can actually get addicted to the negative flow.
The drama of things.
The drama.
Yeah.
We know people, we actually know people very close to us that love the drama and live in the drama. So this, if you just think to yourself, if you look at you fool, you said it looks like death.
Yeah.
So what if your self-talk was, you're just hopeless. You are hopeless. You're just an addict. You're hopeless. You're useless. You fool.
Look like that.
Yeah, that's it. Like, you know, what, you know, I need to do better. Like, or not even that. Like, I just, you know, I always get it wrong. Why me? That's exactly that. So what does the picture look like?
Death. Like,
Death.
It looks like, you know, the Dementors from Harry Potter, like those things that suck souls out of people. It looks like that.
Looks like that. But what if you walked, you know, I'll go on to this in a sec, but Albert Einstein used to say thank you hundreds of times a day. He used to just, in his mind, say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, look at thank you. Thank you looks amazing. Looks like a piece of jewelry.
It's like a Christmas ornament.
Yeah, it does. So what if your body was responding like that every day? So when we sleep, our body actually stops the energetic momentum. It's a great opportunity. I'm going to do a podcast I think a podcast called Sleep is an Event, because it is. So I value sleep more than anything now. And I never really used to even know about it or even think about it. It'd be like you just go to bed when you go to bed and you wake up depending on how you feel. But you know, you can actually program your energy to respond. So you can program your down, sleep. Doesn't mean you're going to have the best sleep ever, but you give yourself the best opportunity to sleep. And then when you come out of sleep, you've got almost like a routine. It's a structure that gets you going into every day pretty much the same way. So a good day is a choice, I've learned. A good day just isn't a random event that happens every now and then. A good day is a choice because you're manufacturing the outcome. So if sleep, your energetic momentum, so all of this, so let's say you were saying you fool one day, what happens is when you go to sleep, it stops. Your vibrational momentum stops. And your body works on itself, it repairs itself, it recharges itself, uses all the energy for that. You go off into la la land and start visiting other people in other weird places, and then you back into your body, away you go. And from the second you wake up, you choose your vibrational position. You choose it by the thoughts that you start thinking. Thoughts create an emotion, emotion creates momentum. So when you wake up, you get this chance to start thinking about other things. So if you were listening to heavy metal music yesterday, how's the day ending up for you? Energetically?
Muddy.
Oh,
yeah, just gross.
Don't feel great. You know, and there's also this, Dr. David Hawkins came up with this vibrational scale. I've spoke about it before. It's in a book called Power versus Force. And it is this. And he said, he was a kinesiologist where, you know what that is? So muscle resistant?
No.
So anyway, if you spoke truth, you couldn't push the arm down. If you spoke like I'm a girl, you could push your arm down. I'm a boy, you can't push your arm down. Right. So when you speak truth, you're strong. When you lie or deceptive, you're weak. And I'm going to talk about energy leaks in a minute. But he has this chart. It's interesting. And the whole book is about this thick. It took me a long time to read. Golden books were my specialty before that. I didn't even know what they are.
I was going to say,
6-page kids books,
right?
But I read the whole book, and there's this scale, 0 to 1,000, that he spent his whole life creating, testing on people, muscle resistance, all this, and he could do it through people, through dead things, he could work out the vibrational scale of that lounge, cocaine, porn, Jackson, Jesus Christ, all of them, Buddha, an apple. It's amazing. It's a very amazing book. And 200 is where truth starts on his scale. So anything below 200 is weak, like cellularly weak, energetically weak. Over 200 is strong, but where truth starts, and then you basically feel great. Let's put it that way. So feel great, not feel great. Jesus Christ vibrated on his scale 1,000 plus. Buddha 1,000 plus. When you take cocaine, the feeling of bliss 600. But cocaine itself is something like, don't quote me on this, but it's something like 80. Mm. Porn is something like 90 or 30 or something, right down there. Food, all these different foods, they're all rated in there. It's amazing. Organic foods vibrate higher than a Mars bar, all this sort of stuff.
It sounds like quick dopamine hits is what usually sits lower on that vibrational scale, and then longer lasting ones are ones that are up higher.
Usually, or I'd say so.
Well,
yeah.
It sounds like it.
I don't know what the sun would vibrate, all these things, but you can start to put them in categories in a way. So thank you, compassion, if you look at that up there, it's a snowflake. It's probably the prettiest one, isn't it? Compassion. Up the top?
Up the top, yeah.
Yeah, up
that
the top.
One. Yeah.
So if you just walked around saying, I feel great, thank you. Jackson's amazing. I appreciate you. I really enjoy who you are. Love my life. Doesn't matter what's going on. Forget what's going on. Just if you start that energetic momentum, how's your body going to respond?
Like that?
Yeah. Put this in another way as well. Do you know any old people that are real whingers?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's their body operating?
They got stomachs like pregnant ladies, and they're falling apart,
whinging about this, whinging about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, their body is mirroring their energetic set point. It's sort of the way that it works. Yeah, if you look at even myself now, my body is 100 times better than it used to be when I was 30.
Yeah.
My back, people write to me on things saying, does your knees hurt when you're doing burpees and stuff? Not at all, not one bit. But I try to live in this frequency the best that I can. I'm not there all the time. But it's always I come back to it. And knowledge is power. If you know this and you can control what you're saying to yourself, to others, you get this moment. I always say you can only manage emotion in the moment. And you've seen me be angry many times in my life.
Yeah, lots of times.
But it's taken a long time to sort of go, it just is what it is. You might be annoyed, but I sort of look at it now and go, do I want to jump off the cliff of annoyed? And then where does it go there? Mm. Because you've got to get it back. I think later now. So you've got to get it back. How long would it take the heavy metal music picture to turn into compassion? They're two very different things. Whereas I look at it now, I'll never watch a horror movie, ever.
No?
Never. Low vibration. Do they make you feel good or not?
No.
No.
I was going to say this before, though. Do you think that can be like, because some people may get like a good feeling from heavy metal music, or some people may get a good feeling from that. Do you think it's also like, if that's there?
No.
No? You don't think so?
No, that's like saying, do you think people feel good with drink?
At the start, yeah. But
yeah, I'm talking about, look at cocaine. When you take it, 600 on the scale, bliss. Bliss is where 600 is. So you can get bliss from a church or a song or cocaine.
Yeah.
But it's the after.
How does it make you feel after? Yeah.
After.
Well, I'll take that back, because a lot of people that listen to those kind of music usually aren't the most positive.
How do they look?
Yeah, not very positive people.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Not everyone, I guess, but it's like you do it enough, you end up looking like the songs.
Yeah.
You know, like about devil and this and that, and
it's all negative. It's a lot of negative.
Yeah, that's right. And it might get them excited because they can just jump around and do what they want to do. But look at the flow, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, how long would it take your body to follow if you just stuck negative talk, negative self-talk? You're just negative. It might take years, but you will start to see the results of that. No, I've learnt nothing happens fast with the body and with energy, sort of. Like, it's a training ground. Your sister's just started training in the gym, and after 2 weeks, she's like, oh, this is so hard. Yeah. I don't even know if I want to do it anymore. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Fitness is hard. Health is hard. Energy management is hard. It takes constant work to keep yourself on track. But it's real easy to sit there and watch rubbish TV, eat rubbish junk food, and be really unmotivated. Like, it's actually pretty enjoyable, just, slothing around, doing that, not pushing yourself. I look at, but what's the later? That's the part you need to, this is what this is about. Because those crystals didn't form in 2 seconds.
Nah.
I don't know if it says it up here, Jack, how long he did the experiment for, but he left it there for either months or weeks. I think it's months. And he just kept saying the words to them.
Yeah.
So that's in contrast with his exposure messages. I can't see it. We should have actually looked at that. But I know it was a period of time. And the same as with us. If change takes time, and this is really like an awareness thing. How do you want your later to be? Because it's going to take... Because if you're a negative-oriented person, that you're whinging about the environment, you're whinging about the expensive things, you're whinging about how much you get paid, you're whinging about your partner, you're whinging about your body, you're whinging about things that ache, you're whinging about this, you're whinging about that. What's going to be the quality of your inner crystals?
Terrible.
Like, there they are there, whatever they are. Like, they're all different. But if you walk around and you make a decision to say, well, I want an amazing functioning body and I want the best life I can physically have. We're all different, whatever that looks like, but it's like, I want the best one. It's going to take work, constant work, because your body is like a car that's running, and how it runs is exactly how you feed it. This is on an energetic level, and you can't see it. So it's so easy for us to be worried. Is there one with worried on there? I'd love to see if there's one with worried. When you're a constant worrier, what's the effect of that? What is the effect of worry? Because it's a low vibrational frequency. And if you're worrying all the time instead of positive expectation, what's going to look like that? What are the inner cells of you going to look like? Have you ever seen people that they look stressed in their face?
Yeah.
Like they just look like some people have these frown lines where they just frown all the time, and because they're so used to it, and they get all these, they look like they're frowning all the time.
Yeah.
I've seen some older men like that.
Yeah.
Older, maybe my age.
I can't see any for worry. This one was...
You are beautiful. Look
beautiful.
at that. You are beautiful. What an amazing thing that is. So that's the cells of your body. This is the cellular makeup of your body. This is an invisible world that we can't see and we don't have to do anything about, but you live it. That's the thing. You're living it. So people say, well, I don't know what frequency I'm on. Look at what you're living. Look at your health. Look at your mental state. Look at your finances. look at your work environment, look at how just you feel, how energized are you? This is all an indication of what you're doing. So when you eat food that is, like I got roasted the other day on Paul Check's video.
Yeah.
He was fact checking me. I'm not anything. I just repeated what Tommy said. I'm just living it, right? I'm just sharing what I live. But probably missed the point. Like, he was critiquing me on whether to eat meat or not. Like, I don't think he looks particularly good anyway. But it's like, I don't want to eat meat anymore because what I used, and I said it on here about, I never used to feel good when I eat meat, but I never knew why. And he's going, well, it depends on how much you eat, and it's this and that. No, if I'd eat a steak, I just never felt like pumped after. I always felt like heavy, and I never knew why. But when I stopped eating meat, I feel good all the time. Not just because of the meat. I'm doing lots of other things. But it's exactly that. Take one bit out at a time, one bit out at a time, one bit out at a time. And think about, and I'm not saying meat is bad. For me, it didn't work.
That's what I was going to say. You never said to everyone, you need to stop eating meat. It was, you're just saying what's worked for you. You're just telling people how that's happened for you.
Yeah. And I'm just living this thing. And whether it's 86 hours or 54 hours or 36 hours, he was critiquing me on how long meat takes to digest. Tommy is an expert in nutrition. That's what Tommy said. I just repeated exactly what Tommy said. Whether Tommy's right, wrong, or Paul's right, wrong, I don't really know. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I know I feel better not eating meat. That's it. So it takes longer to digest. I'm sure it does. I don't have a stopwatch. I don't know. But I used to have irritable bowel syndrome. I don't now. I used to bleed all the time. I don't now. So eating meat, yeah, sure, that's fine. It's how I felt later. So what I'm saying is, just because you're busy, don't eat rubbish. You can, but eating rubbish is going to have a cellular effect. This is what I'm trying to say to people. It's so, yeah, sure, gut health is one thing, but what's the layer underneath that? Like, the layer underneath that is your river of life in your blood. If you eat rubbish all the time, it's going to have a cost somewhere. Your body's not going to run at its optimum levels because it can't. Because a lot of that processed food is not food. It's actually not food. It's like just a thing to make you satisfied for a few minutes and not feel as hungry. That's the issue. And if you put something that's fake in your body and your body's got to process that, it will process it because your body is an amazing machine. It will process it. It just won't run at its best. And that's where we're at now, is how good do you want to run every day? That's really what it's about. How good do you want to run every day? Because you can drink, you can eat hamburgers, and you can eat this and that and all these sorts of things. Your body's still going to run. Still going to be fine. But later, you're going to live the constant and consistent investment into what you do to it. That's what it's going to be. You look at David Goggins, for instance, legend, but his body's all battered up now. Like, when I say battered up, I was watching the reason I'm saying I was watching a 200-mile race that he ran, and he ran it with some broken bone or something that he's in his back. I don't know what it was, but they were talking about it. But he pushed himself, amazing mentally, but he's just living. Like, your body is saying, hey, I'm a bit pushed to my limit now, and he is probably a 1 in a billion human. Like, I don't think there's many people that even come close to him mentally. I love watching him. But I look at it now, and you look at a sprinter's body and you look at a marathon runner's body, and they look different, don't they?
Very.
Yeah. Can you pull it up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They look different. And I like the look of a sprinter. The marathon runner, mentally phenomenal, but it's draining on the body because your body needs, like, refueling so much. And they run these really long races, which is great. And an amazing accomplishment.
It's a bit blurry, that one.
There might be another one there. But a sprinter looks like, muscular and toned, and there's a good one there. And a marathon runner looks really lean and bit depleted.
Skinny.
Different sports. And I think it's a bit like that. You can eat stuff that's just going to satisfy your hunger, or you can invest in your future optimization. There's two different things. I just made my lunch before I come. I make the same thing every day, but it's packed with organic foods. It's packed with nutrients. So I don't have to think about food today. I drink only Tommy shakes and pods. You know, the pods that Mick makes, there's actually a frequency that he embeds into them energetically with the foods that he sources from all over the world. They are high vibrational foods. So if I eat 4 or 5 of those every day, and you can see it, I get microbiome tests done every 6 months. Literally rebuilt my body from the inside out, those things. And then I met Tommy a couple of years ago, added that. But where am I headed?
For greatness.
Well, yeah, but thanks, Jack. But where am I headed? I want to be doing burpees when I'm 75 years old.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like I was with my bowel cut out, some of my bowel cut out. My appendix blew up and all this stuff. Why? Because I was shoving food in my body, chicken and rice, because that's what I thought I had to do. I was killing myself. So you can choose to eat however you want, but there's going to be a result somewhere along the line. And that's what I'm saying with this energy stuff. Go back to the crystals. We don't see this side of it. This experiment that the Japanese doctor did, incredible, because none of us really, that time that you're angry and you're carrying it around with you for days, thinking to yourself,
There's another one.
There's another one there. And thinking to yourself, I got ripped off there. That guy did the wrong thing by me, blah, 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 blah. And you're angry. What's happening to your cells when you're carrying that anger around? I think of divorce. I know people that have been fighting for years against each other with divorce.
Yeah.
With divorce. I've been through a few. Your mum and I don't really speak much. I was sort of angry with her for a long time, but when you let it go, you feel great. Shelley and I, my second wife, we're not best friends, but we actually are good with each other.
Civil.
We're civil. We take care of the kids. We talk on the phone when we need to. It's not an issue. Much better. I know people that have been fighting for years with each other over stuff. I just gave Shelley everything she needed. I took everything that I could do at the time, but we were happy with what it was, and we moved on. No solicitors, no courts, no nothing. And I still pay all the stuff for the kids and make sure. I rang her the other day, said, "You going all right financially? Everything okay? Blah, blah." Is that going to create good crystals, or is it going to create mud?
Good crystals.
Good crystals.
Yeah.
We need to do that with everything in life. Because if we carry it around, like Esther Hicks says, it's like holding your hand on a stove and expecting the other person to get burnt.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's like. I reckon your health is directly related to these crystals.
Yeah. For sure.
I do.
100%.
I reckon, I've got to be careful how I say this because people write things in that start having a go. But I reckon, well, let's quote Esther Hicks. Okay? That's a good one. I can get around it now. Let's quote Esther Hicks. She says the word disease. It's not a sickness, it's dis-ease. Dis-ease. Dis-ease in vibration. Dis-ease in frequency. In emotion. Your emotion is a reflection of your frequency. So if I'm walking around, when you're in the zone, you feel great?
Yeah.
Feel amazing? Let's go. Do this. Got energy. Bam, boom, boom, boom. Things are locking in. Mm-hmm. Timing's good. Everything's fantastic. Feel great. Feel great. You wanted to edit late last night because we didn't have a video this morning. I said, forget about it. You said, you're pretty tired. I said, forget about it. Nothing ever good happens when you're tired.
Yeah.
Sleep, Jackson, and then get up and do it in the morning.
I had a great sleep. Excellent sleep. Feel good today.
Yeah. So if you tried to edit yesterday or do it today when you're feeling great, what's going to end up better?
Definitely today, because I would have rushed it last night. I would have just wanted to get to bed. It wouldn't have been as good. There'd be typos, like something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. But with your energy thing, like this whole diet and stuff, sorry to change the subject.
No, keep going.
I was skeptical at first. Liv's been seeing Tommy for like 2 months-ish. He's just like given us some stuff to take and looked at her bloods. Polar opposite person. Like we were on the verge of like breaking up because she was terrible to be around. Always tired, always angry, always this. All she's doing now is eating and taking some supplements and getting some sun and coming and training with me 3 times a week. Completely different person.
Oh, absolutely.
She's like happy, just energy all the time. Like it just has made a completely different, like world of difference, pretty much. But I was so skeptical of it before. I was like, oh, whatever, it's just food and this and that. Completely different person.
Absolutely. You know, some people say I'm selfish.
Mm.
And they say I'm selfish because, you know, I have these routines. And probably am a little bit. But however, you've got to take care of yourself. You have to. Not just to be fit and look good and this sort of stuff. That's just the end result. Like that's just like who you become. But you have to, because how can you give energy to anybody else if you're not feeling great? You end up being so depleted and so worn out that you got nothing left to give. You know, in the mornings, I spend probably 2 hours. Like early, I do my morning routine, but by about 7, Tara and I have this routine where I make Summer's breakfast. Tara has a shower. I bake Tara some scrambled eggs and things like this. She does her thing, then she goes and gets a mocha, and then she comes back, and then we're right to hand over the baton again.
Yeah,
I do that because it's an investment in her day. But I do mine earlier. She's asleep. Then I'm feeling good. Whereas if I just woke up and had to run around the house and yelling at the kids, and Tara's telling me to do stuff and I don't want to do it and this and that, where's that going to end up?
in the gutter.
It's going to, resentment. And resentment is nothing more than rust. As soon as resentment creeps in, it will rust anything over time. And that's why you've got to be, when I say selfish, it's not really selfish. It's people look at it as selfish. I look at it as long-term success. That's how I see it. Because I'm creating the best version of myself. I want Tara to do the same with her. We work out, and it changes because, you know, things, you have different needs and different stuff. So as she needs more and I'm growing, you've got to grow together, but you've got to be mindful of the other person, and then you've got to help where you can. She still she has like a little bit of a emotional episode here and there, but I'm calm 99% of the time. But I've learnt to be, because women are different than men, you know, and Tara's like hypersensitive to noise and things like this. So Stormy's running around, but I can see it coming, and then I try and be her steady force. Sometimes I go a bit quiet and just let it, you know, like that. But I could blow up too. But what's that going to do?
Just make it worse.
Yeah. What is that going to do? If I don't want to be with Tara and I want it to end, I'll do that. I'll be like screaming at her. She's screaming at me. I walk out the door, slam the door. I don't want to live like that. I want to have a successful future with her. But that takes some work on me, but also on her. Some mindfulness as well. It doesn't mean you have to live in each other's pockets. We don't. But it's like I understand how important it is for her to feel good. She always says to me, I really want to start the day with calm. And then, I mean, it's hard with a toddler. But you work, that's why I take the ball and I'm like, Taz, you go have a shower, do your thing. I like when she might take half an hour, she might take 20 minutes, she might take 45 minutes. It doesn't really matter. Whatever it is, she's positioning herself for the day. So what would her crystals be feeling like here?
While she's positioning herself?
Yeah, like, so if I didn't help her do that, would she be walking out the door with beautiful crystals or with mud?
She'd probably be walking out with the I will kill you one.
Yes, yeah. That's right. And then what's that going to do? It's going to affect her health. It's going to affect our relationship. It's going to affect Summer, everything.
Yeah.
It flows into everything. Remember this saying, you can't hide energy. You can't hide it. It's going to come out. So it's like holding a basketball underwater. It goes everywhere. Like once it comes up. So every day you have this decision on how you want it to be. And it takes micromanagement all the way through the day, because there's going to be things that are going to go real well, and there's other things that aren't. And it's how you manage. And I said it before, you can only manage emotions in the moment, because as soon as they start to run, they're hard to get back. If we've had blow-ups, you and I.
Plenty, yeah.
Plenty. How do we feel after?
Well, I usually cry.
You cry, I'm annoyed, we don't talk for a while, then one of us will pick up the phone. Well, we never used to. We didn't talk for 2 years.
Yeah, long time. Well, we had one 2 days ago or 3 days ago. No, that was nothing compared to other ones, but like I've learned now, because I used to get really emotionally charged about it, and I'm leaving, and But now it's like I bought in the bread, and you obviously were having a crazy morning. There was things, dogs, babies, everything happening, and I walked in the house, and Stormy set off, and this, and you were like, "Oh, don't walk in the house," and then walked out. But I went, "Oh yeah, cool. He's probably having like a crazy morning. I'm just going to leave it." And then later on, you're like, "Sorry about this morning. It was just all happening." And I'm like, "Yeah, cool, all good," and we moved on.
It's always best to neutralize it.
Yeah,
and look at it from the other person's point of view. Like, I genuinely don't want to fight with Tara. I genuinely don't want to fight with you, because it doesn't go nowhere good.
No.
Like, you can, but like, what's the point? Like, Tara is the queen of text messages, so as soon as you have a fight, she'll have a 800 paragraph text message within 35 seconds on your phone, telling you like you're absolute pain, blah blah blah, and then it goes for hours, and like, but at the end of the day, she just wants to be heard and seen and all that. And I'm learning that. I wasn't great at it before. I'm learning it. And same as with you. I've got to be mindful that you're not meaning to stuff up. It just happens. And I've got to look at it from the bread, I was like, just don't walk in the house, Jack. Yeah. I'm trying to manage everyone.
Yeah.
And, but I'm like, you're keen to get me the bread.
Yeah. I just didn't want to get wet out of the rain or whatever. And I thought you might be rushing around. So I was like,
intention was good.
Hand it off to him. Yeah.
That's right. So we choose the energy flow of the day every day. Sleep neutralizes it, then it starts, and then you choose it with your thoughts. And that's why I don't now because I don't need to, but I used to lay in bed for 3 to 5 minutes and just say, I feel great. I feel great. I feel fantastic. I feel great. And I never used to like mantras, but I think I talked to AI a little bit, and AI has given me a few mantras to say. And I said to the AI, what's the point of these things? And AI said they ripple out to the ethers and come back. And I like that. It makes sense. And it's true if you think about it. If I walk around saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, just thank you for living, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, keep saying it, what's the crystal going to look like? Yeah, if I walk around going, oh, there's so many bills and there's Albanese's this and, and well, even though I think similar, but it's like, if I have like whinge fest every day and I'm looking for the negative stuff every day, what's my crystals going to be? And then, and those crystals are a reflection of your frequency. And then the frequency, think about what AI says, your frequency bounces back. And that's how it works. The universe is always bouncing back your frequency and giving you the exact circumstances that match it. So if you're doing your best, and you're not going to feel amazing, I don't want this to be pretend. Like, you're not going to feel amazing all the time. Yesterday, I didn't really feel that great at working out and stuff, but I did it. I turned my mind off a bit and I did it. And it's like, is it a hassle or an opportunity? And I'm like, well, it's an opportunity to be here. So I'm going to push myself. And I felt great after.
Yeah, I saw the switch too. Like, you were very slow to get going, but once you got going, it's like it all just turned around for you. Do you think it's about that, bringing it back?
It is. So we'll finish on this little part. I'd like to keep it briefish, but you got to see it as our energy comes from somewhere. So it comes from somewhere. And when we say we're in alignment, you got to think in alignment with what? Because when you're in alignment, if you and I are in sync, in alignment, it's just like we're, working well together. There is an energy that runs this entire world, universe, and it's perfect. There is an energy source. The sun comes up every day, the flowers bloom, the air moves, the grass grows. What's doing that? There is an energy source. Mother Nature, source energy, whatever you want to call it. And when you're synced to that, you feel fantastic. That's it. That's all it's about. So the way to sync to it, look at the crystals. Be good to people, be good to yourself, fill up your tank, make sure you're rested, eat good food, say good things, don't be deceptive, don't tell fibs, don't all this stuff. Now look at when you eat certain things or drink alcohol, eat junk food. Do you see birds eating McDonald's chips?
If they find them on the floor, yeah.
Maybe, yeah, but they don't go to a shop and buy them. You know, they can live just off nature. You know, there's no chubby birds. You know, like they're all just living in nature, doing their thing. But think about how it all links together. There is an energy source that runs this world that is perfect. You can't see it. And how you click into this every day will 100% determine how you go, how your day is, how you feel, and all this. If you can imagine you clicked into it really well, day after day after day, and learn to do this, imagine how your life is going to go. That's what makes a great life, Jaxson. And when you're clicked in, you get inspiration, you get promptings, you get great opportunities, things that, because you're in that zone. But when you're not and you're out of it, look what your crystals of your bodies do. Look what, and it's what you said before, it's instant satisfaction. Most things that give you that instant satisfaction are not that great for you because all good things take work. Even getting into the zone, it takes some work. That's what the morning routine is about for me. It's not about how long you can sit in an ice bath. It's about changing your frequency. So when I step into the day, my frequency is like those crystals at the top, like snowflakes. Because, and I'll sleep, like today was a good example. I got up at 4:30 and I didn't feel quite ready to go up. So I went back to bed. I would check the phone out in the kitchen. I leave my phone in the kitchen. 4:30, I was like, I could get up, but I don't feel clicked in yet. So I got up at 5:20 something, 5:15 or something. Got up, feel much better. And I'll never wake up with an alarm clock because I'm not ready. So that's the first step for me. Wake up in sync with my energy zone. When it's full, your body will tell you when to get up. Then I step into the same routine every day. So if something works, why would you just not do it every day?
Who would get bored?
Well, they get bored because they get used to it.
Yeah.
But when you don't have it and life's really difficult and life's really bumpy and it's not working out for you, you think, I should have, I just think I need to get back to that. Because it's subtle. You can't see it. Can you see your body turning into snowflakes?
Yeah.
Can you see your body?
Oh, can you see it? No.
You can't. But look what it's doing. It's like a symphony that's working. You can't even see it.
Yeah.
So when your body's moving in this direction, only good things are going to come. And even the things that aren't that great, they're just directing you to better things. That's what's happening, Jack. So every day we need to make a decision. What energy position do we want to be? What frequency do we want to carry? Because we make it from the moment we get up. It's not just there. We make it from the moment we get up. And if you go off track a bit, you can easily bring yourself back. You just have to listen to, imagine, John Lennon. Like, look what a great song does to you. Just sit in the car, do nothing, turn that song on and just sit there for a while. And it will vibrate across your whole body. And then you just slowly get back into it again. But when you're not feeling great, and I'll finish on this, when you're not feeling great, and you are feeling really scattered or really like overwhelmed, do not push yourself. You can't push yourself out of a bad frequency. You can't. You've got to, everything's gentle and slow in this universe. Everything. It's a gradual thing. And that might be, you might get to the afternoon and you're just not feeling great at all. Like you're just feeling very, overwhelmed. Just go for a walk. Don't go to the gym and start throwing weights around like a crazy person because you'll probably get injured because your frequency isn't aligned with the energy that's driving this universe beautifully. You're out of alignment. Don't do things that are going to push yourself so hard when you're out of alignment. It's not going to work out very well. Slowly get yourself back to alignment. And that might just be, like I said, going for a walk, having a sauna, just eating a really nice bit of food at home and not doing much else, and then having a hot bath and going to bed. That's all it might be. But I'll guarantee you one thing. If you do that, you'll wake up in a better mood the next day. Guaranteed. And then you'll get sensitive to it. And as you get more sensitive to what's going on, you can start seeing this is an energy world, Jack. This is not a physical world. This is an energy world. Physical is just the end part. This is an energy world. And when you start becoming really aware and sensitive to the energy, you're going to start running your life like that. Oh, hang on, that feels great. I'll just get myself back. Oh, I might eat that bit of food because I know it's not going to make me feel good. It's going to affect my energy flow. Don't want to do that because I want to end up somewhere amazing today. I want to keep the momentum going. And when you start doing that, you'll notice it and you'll notice it and you'll move it and keep working it and keep working it. And over time, you'll become an energy master. And you'll get so good at managing energy that you'll see that it is the key to everything that you want. And when you do that, boom, your results will change. Boom, your life will change. Boom, your finances will change. Everything will change. Because it has to. It is law. It's a universal law. The better you feel, the better things go. You just got to get great at it.